Hey everybody, this is Dr. Jerry and Professor Spikes. We're live from Long Island, New York, where the market did good, pretty good. Could have done better, but it did pretty good on Wall
Not
Street.
for not for our well, for some of our stocks. It looks like I got a 50-50 split.
I was basically even on the day for my own portfolio. Yeah, anything
Okay.
Chinese that smacked of Chinese stocks like Lit and REMX, two of my larger holdings, went down a lot. I think number 11 is doing a number on us.
And that number is not 11.
I cannot say it. I can't say his name.
Yeah, well, he's also reacting to the own situation there.
What is
I
his
don't,
name?
I
Chi?
don't know if it's a problem for him, but it's a problem for
How do
us
you
when
say
he has
his
that
name? Is it
situation.
like Chi? Like Qigong?
Shh, like an X. She.
She?
Yeah.
Number 11.
Just as long as you don't call him Winnie the Pooh.
I'll call him number 11.
Call him number 11. There you go.
Roman numeral 11. Linus, we got the Chinese plague today on Wall Street. Alibaba, new multi-year low.
Yeah.
Tencent, Lee Motors, XPEV, Neo single digits.
Neo is taking it on the
How could
Neo.
Neo be single digits?
Yeah.
Tesla took a haircut today, didn't it?
Tesla took a little bit of haircut too, yeah.
Didn't
People
Tesla
aren't trusting that guy now, especially if he starts owning Facebook. I mean, Twitter.
Tesla say they're going to have to lower prices by 9% in China?
Yeah, well, that's what he said he would do for them. Oh, yeah, he did.
That's a big discount.
Well, the consumer can't afford anything anymore. They're too busy getting fleeced by the government.
So Linus is with us and Paul is with us.
E-Ray.
Ah. Okay, I'll definitely chart it again. I'm glad that I called about him at 2:30. Of course, I didn't buy it myself, mainly
Right.
because I haven't been buying any bios really.
So Linus said he would buy the Chinese dip. Interesting.
Who said to buy it?
Linus said he would if he had some extra funds. I mean, the only Chinese dip I would buy would be once I could put my potato chips in.
Yeah, the question is, when do you come in? I mean, Baba going to go to 50? Maybe. Who would have dreamt at $61 or whatever it is today?
Yeah, I guess if she has his way, it's not like Amazon's going to have an opportunity to eat Alibaba's lunch. Alibaba, as far as who makes the profit off it is one thing, but in terms of its operating.
Yeah. Jiggly's
on Dermtech again.
Jiggly is telling us a sad tale of Dermtech. I also still own a certain amount of shares.
It's like you rode from the 30s to the 2s. That's the story of my life. Remember,
I'm
still in Kodak.
I can't advise Jiggly what to do, but I will make my position known. I haven't touched my shares in a long time, and if I do, I'll let you know.
Right.
I haven't been adding. I haven't been selling. I just been
Linus is going to do it low.
Downslide. I don't know what my average price is. It may not be 30, but it's up there. Linus said buy and sell after 5 to 10% upward reversal. Yes, you gamble. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows when it comes to China?
Exactly. You can't use the usual metrics. Just like when we tried applying the usual metrics from pharmaceuticals over to the regular market.
What I want to know is,
really quite work out well.
is Mike Wilson's reversal to the bullish side? Does that mean to buy SPY calls?
Did he just do that?
Yeah, he called for a reversal to till the end of the year.
Okay. I guess maybe the third half of the year that that Kamal was looking for is about to happen.
He said the technicals are such that we should get a rally here. That was Mike Wilson. He's not known as a technical analyst. He's a fundamentals usually. So I don't know. V-Ray, Paul is very high. We'll definitely look. And Dermatech.
Right. No, it's a very good point, Jiggy. You don't know if you're backing a dead horse or not.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it makes sense for a big pharma to buy that company, but who knows?
Oh, Skyline bought CRISPR at today's bargain prices.
Yeah, without the I though. CRSP is a symbol, right?
Yes.
Because CRISPR is the technology.
Right.
And there's 5 companies now in that space: Editas, Beam, Intellia, CRISPR, and Prime. Prime is the latest one.
That was the latest one that was brought to our attention.
Jets and Giants. Go Jets, go Giants.
Right. I know. It's nice being a New Yorker.
5-2 for the Jets and 6-1 for the Giants. Who'd have believed it?
Who'd have thunk it?
No, not me.
Oh, well, I'm not saying
Very happy. I bet both of them to win their respective conferences.
Oh, you see, you're keeping DraftKings in business to keep my stock. So, gee, that's another story of buying something at 75. And
I hit a 30 to 1 shot, and I forgot about it. I see it in my account. I got all excited.
What happened?
Apparently, I bet Philadelphia to win the pennant. I mean, I didn't remember.
I see.
I just take a look and I see all that
That
money.
is hysterical.
I say, I'm rich. I'm rich. Truthfully, I remembered betting them, but I thought I bet them for the World Series. I didn't remember that.
Unbelievable.
I didn't remember that I bet them for the pennant,
I should go look at some of my old betting slips, but I don't think I would have made that mistake.
I hit a 30 to 1 shot. That's hard to do in the stock market.
Yeah, right. These days, and it happens after so long. Not a baseball season.
Yeah.
Yankees got swept.
Yeah.
The Jets running back.
All right, enough sports. I mean, who do you like in the World Series? And we'll move on.
Who do I like in the World Series? I'm thinking the Phillies going to go all the way. They already run roughshod over the NL East.
Astros in 5, 6.
You're thinking Astros, huh?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Phillies.
Really?
Yeah. They said they got the mo going, just like our pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, but they haven't faced Verlander yet. They have the Verlander could stop the Momos single-handedly.
Right. But
I say Astros in 6 or 7. Not sure.
Okay.
Philly will win a couple.
It may be interesting if I didn't like really, the old. Can we root for them? Can we root for them both to lose?
I'm actually.
Oh, look at that! Those are the odds, huh?
If I don't put money on someone, then I'll be rooting for Philly. Just because I'm more familiar with the team.
Well, Philly's giving the odds.
Yeah, and if I get good enough odds, I might take Philly, even though I think the Astros will beat them. The odds dictate, my bet.
Well, Jiggy says 150 plus 150.
Phillies, you get 3 to 2, and Astros, you got to lay 1750 to 1.
Right.
You say 175 to 100. Yeah. I don't like that bet, the 175 to 100.
I mean, obviously that's what happens when you bet the favorite. And there's no way to do spreads with baseball.
Yeah. All right, share screen.
There you go. Moving on.
Look at SPY first.
Okay.
I haven't looked at it in a while, and I said if it gets above, what did I say? 380 was the magic number. It's got to close above. I think we came close today, didn't we?
That's right. Well, let's find out.
I
Let's
think
go to
it
the
closed.
videotape.
I think it closed somewhere near there. Spy. Well, everything was up over 1%, except the Nasdaq was up 0.9. Oh, the Russell was up even less. How do you like that?
Yeah, I know. My Russell got a little hurt. I know.
Not hurt, but just flat. Crude oil flat to down. Gold took a hit, a minor hit. Silver, minor gain.
Gold was looking good for a little while.
10-year creeping up again, but just slightly. Tesla cuts prices in China. Oh, I'm concerned over softening demand. China ADRs plunges, 11's new team sparks investor concern. Yuck. Don't like those headlines. BioNTech was up again today. Then your Moderna must have been up. I think they more or less moved together.
Yeah, Moderna gave us a little bit.
Look at the hit XPEV took, 12%.
Oh, please.
$7 for XPEV. Tesla, I thought I saw it as low as 200 at one point, maybe not today, recently. What else? Aurinia's down slightly, IBM up, Spiders 378.87. It's close to that 380. Take a look. After hours, we're down a little, which means nothing. This is the weekly. The 200-day is ascending. The 200-day is offering good support. We're now well off of that 200-day. I like that pop off of it on the weekly, don't you? To start the week.
Is that still 200-day, or did they switch to 200-week? What you change?
This is the 200-week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it would be nice to actually keep the other averages. I guess we have to invent our own system.
Yeah, but it's a nice move off of that 200-week, which has been really good support.
Yeah.
So I'm impressed by the start of the week. By the end of last week and the start of this week, have a nice little 2-day rally. True, not as good today as Friday, but still. And did we take out the high of the week of 10-2? 379.46. I think we took it out today.
Oh, that one. Okay.
380, yeah. We actually closed, intraday we were above 380, which is a good sign. So let's take a look at the downward trend line. Let's see if we can get through that. I'll try to draw that in best I can. Something like that. It looks pretty close. So if we run up until that point, it would probably hit right around 412. Let's look at the top of this candle. 411.73. I'll draw that in. Trying to extrapolate where I think it would hit that trend line. That might prove to be resistance. So if it takes a couple more weeks to hit that downward sloping trend line, that might be a good place to take a little off the table. 412, something like that.
You think it would bounce down off of that?
Well,
as opposed because there's almost a pennant going on.
We have quite a few hits. One,
bullish
two.
pennant.
We have at least 3 hits and almost 4.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I mean, that's the main resistance, along with the 50-week moving average. That would put us at what? The 50-week. 50-week is 418. a little bit higher.
That's
That's what,
right. Right. If we're buying now, that might be a good place to.
yeah. Let's say somewhere between 412 and 418 might be a
But not
place.
go completely.
Good place to take some. If you're in for a trade, put it that way. If you're in for buy and
Right.
hold,
Something buy now at 380 and sell it at 410.
or 412 or 415 if you 418 if you want to be greedy. And what about the swing down? I guess the 200, right?
Yeah.
If it goes below the 200 is where? 200 is at 360.
Yeah.
So you're risking like 20 bucks to make like
30 to 10. Yeah.
40, 45, something around.
Mhm. Well, depending on how greedy you are, right?
It's almost like a baseball bet. It's 6 to 5, getting like 6 to 5 odds.
Right.
But at this point, judging from the weekly, I'd rather be long than short the S&P for now. You got Mike Wilson on your side also.
Yeah, you're saying he changed his mind about things.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you're beaten down so low, then down looks like up.
So I'm thinking you buy 2 weeks out. What'll get you past the election? 4 weeks out?
Sooner than that, actually.
3
It's
weeks?
about 2 weeks now. Yeah. Today.
All right, so
Tomorrow's Tuesday, remember? 2 weeks from
let's say
tomorrow.
you buy the SPY 3 weeks in durations. That should give you enough time to hit your target, I think.
Jiggly, we didn't do anything. You did all that.
You buy the call.
You guys let me hold in the bag.
Of course, our
I'm
opinions
still holding my beat down.
By the way, our opinions are strictly our own, not investment advice.
That's right.
Advise before acting, do your own due diligence, because we just offer what looks to be good off the chart. That don't mean it's really good. It just kind of
Right. Lest we be accused of having other people hold the bag for us. Here, hold this bag.
Didn't I say? I said last week, with 100% assurance we hit the bottom. Now I'm not so sure, but I still am bullish. I'm just not sure we really hit the bottom. It sure was a convincing candle, wasn't it, back on 1013?
Sure.
And you don't blame me for turning very super bullish, uber bullish at that point.
Look, you have to stop buying sometime. For me, I'm waiting till I get money.
But over the next 2 days, I kind of mellowed a little. So I think we were on Monday. Is that a Monday, 1013?
No, that was a Wednesday.
No,
it was a Thursday.
A Thursday. So by Tuesday of the following week, I kind of mellowed and went down from a 95% to 55% chance
All right.
that we bottomed. And now I'm up. I think I'm up to about a 65% chance that we've seen the bottom. I still, I'm still sobering up off of my super duper enthusiasm from that big candle. I'm enthusiastic, but not. I'm a little cautiously optimistic, I guess. More cautious.
You're right. The term is cautiously optimistic, but like I said, nobody buys the bottom at exactly the bottom. The whole point is just to sort of.
I did it. I actually bought the bottom in 2020 while on the air, and I felt really good about it.
Well, that was a bottom in the IBVs, right?
It was the bottom in the SPYs.
Was it?
Yeah. And Arjun was on with me then. I don't know if you were, but I went crazy buying SPX.
No, I saw the tapes.
I went crazy buying SPXL, and I got Arjun to buy it. We were all buying SPXL.
Right, and a lot of our friends were like, "Yay!" and a live trade. That was back in the days when we actually.
We had a good call there. Wow. All right, at least yeah. And we're not without our share of good calls. Don't get me wrong. Just that occasionally I'm too enthusiastic. I don't want to be too enthusiastic this time
Right. No, I get it.
because there ain't no guarantee in the market. You know, there could be a high probability, but no guarantee.
Well,
Even 99 100s is not a guarantee, right?
it is not. It is not.
There's
Look, I mean, we're in this to have vehicles to take our money further over
I
time.
remember when I lost all my money on Geron. I mean, I lost a ton of money.
Yeah.
4 years ago, 3 years ago, I forget. I called for a 1/3 chance that I would lose all my money. So I was realistic, just that I thought that the odds were with me and I had to stay in. I was wrong. I mean, I knew I left myself plenty of wiggle room, but I knew that there was a good chance I could be wrong.
Right.
1 out of 3. You know how many 2-to-1 shots I've lost with at the track?
Oh, please.
1 to 2 favorites, rather.
Yeah.
Plenty of them.
It's a regular event.
Even 2 to 5s or 1 to 5s, even. But this, the stock market isn't a track, but still.
No, but it's still a casino.
Yeah, it really is. Could I draw that in one more
Yeah,
time?
Linus says he's still holding out the Geron, but you're not talking about the same Geron dollars that are 4 years old. You're talking about the more recent Geron dollars.
What?
You talk about Linus.
I bought back Geron recently, by the way.
And you bought back Geron, right? You bought back Geron at more reasonable prices.
Yeah. On the weekly, the trend line that I drew is above the SP with the current price, but on this trend line, it's above. I mean,
You're right.
around. The current price was below. Here it's above on this trend line.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at your downward trend line. Your downward trend line was a lot more pessimistic on the
Weekly.
on the weekly than it is here. It's a lot more. If you redrew that line, it'd be a lot more optimistic.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still facing down.
I think that's because I started it earlier. The trend line, I must have started at an earlier date.
Right.
Maybe I started it up here.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Or even higher. That's the reason. In other words, this is a shorter trend line. Doesn't mean it's a wrong trend line.
I see.
It just means it's a shorter trend line. And if you take solace from this trend line, you're even more bullish because it's already gone through that resistance.
It's already gone past it. Yeah, indeed.
I was spending a lot of time on SPY.
We are. Well, I mean, we have a couple of requests here and there.
IWM.
Yeah, IWM. Let's look at that one. Because that one really should be doing better than this. So, because if the general market isn't really, waking up, then that is somewhat meaningful.
So, this is not a bad candle, even though it didn't go up much to 0.43%. It still closed at the higher end of its range today. Not a bad candle.
Yeah, no, I still see somewhat of an upward trend here.
Sure. And we have that trading range that we're in. You wanted to, you got it. We have to take out 177, close above 177. I'm going to feel real good about this. Real good with that. It's got to close above 180, 177. I mean, 180 close would be beautiful. And
does anyone in our audience know what the overall average PE is for the stocks in the Russell?
PE?
PE, yes.
It's probably
Is it above 20 or below 20?
It's probably close to 50 because Russell has a lot of stocks with no P's
You mean with no E's?
or no E. I'm sorry.
I got you.
Some of them with no P's, no P's and no E's. Some of them.
Right, but 0 over 0 could be infinity.
Yeah, I mean, this is you don't look at PEs too seriously for most Russell stocks. 2000. The SPY, it's what is it, 18?
Yeah, that's why 20 is the key for me. I think, and that's why I was looking at this trading range. If the trading range here indicates that now we're at more reasonable valuations, and
Yeah,
that 120 we saw last year forever is lofty, then
yeah.
I would just sort of, it would affect how I did things.
Let's take a look at the weekly on IWM.
Because that'll bring in that other one. You see, you had that trend, that you had that trading range forever.
Yes, it's a very long trading range. Considering these are weeks, totally long.
So the question was whether or not we'll ever see those again. I'm sort of hoping we will.
You're looking at 235 to, you're talking about 235 to about 207. That trading range, that's what you're talking about.
That's the one. It was that we was at one point we squeezed it between 210 and 220.
Well, let's see, was this 210? 204 even, yeah. From about 204 to about 235, I think is the trading range we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Over a period of, looks like 6 months.
Yeah, easily half a year.
Yeah. So it's starting to happen again. We're in this little
right. We're in a lower berth.
Yeah, I want to get out of that trading range. I want to break above it, close above it. In fact, I want nothing to do with this line, this horizontal line at 176. I want a complete close above it, start to finish. It's going to open above it and a close above it.
Gotcha.
That's what I want to see on the Russell. Amazon.com, I think that's going to lead us back. Earnings when? This week, right?
Earnings are this week for Amazon.
Yeah. All right, let's chart that. I'm not playing the earnings game, but I'm not shedding any shares. So in effect, I'm playing the earnings game, right?
Are you buying in at these bargain prices?
Whether I'm playing it or not, I'm still playing it.
Because we're still below 120, and 120 I think represents bargain prices.
Gee, this is such
again the PE is still astronomical.
This is such a good-looking chart. I think it was wasn't this a 61.8 retrace?
Yes.
Right down here somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks to me like this already put in a bottom, not recently, but back here, back in May. I think the bottom is in at 100, 101, whatever the hell that is. So I think we put in the bottom. And at this point in time, yeah, you can get some ups and downs, a little bit choppiness, but I think we're heading up. And when the market itself turns north, this will be a leader. This will definitely be a leader. I think we come back up here.
Yeah, at least 150 to 160.
Well, of course, you got to take out the key one is 146. I think we hit that in June, maybe. When did we hit that? We hit that in
the local peak,
August. I think definitely we come back and revisit 146. I wouldn't take any money off the table until then.
No.
Just my opinion on Amazon. I think whether or not we have great earnings, it'll be up after earnings. Maybe not the day after, maybe 2 days after, but it'll rally. So I think you're going to get a lot of positive surprises on earnings. I just don't know if Amazon will be one of them, but I'm not betting either way. I'm just holding my shares. Apple, again, I think we
A
put
little
in,
bit tougher to to go whole hog behind Apple.
I think we also put
It's
in,
still essentially a retailer.
I'm pretty sure we put in a bottom here too on Apple. I can't draw a straight line unless I say unless I click horizontal. That's not bad actually.
It's fine.
129.04. I think the bottom is in, just like Amazon. We have a double bottom. Didn't I would have liked it to go below the previous bottom, but still, I'm happy to call it a double bottom. And I think it's up from here along with Amazon. I think Mike Wilson is, I'm betting on Mikey. Rally to the end of the year at least.
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah, and I think obviously, look at this Greystone Doji, which called the downward spiral we had over these 7 weeks back here on August 14th when it hit a high. That's a beautiful candle for sell. Greystone Doji. Big warning on Apple to unloaded at the end of that week from
Sure.
August 14th. Now it looks very bullish. We're above the 100.
Well, it's certainly showing you. It's certainly showing you nibble signs. You have
The
a bit of a
the weekly chart is very bullish.
Yeah,
Let's
no, it's
take a
definitely
look.
in nibble territory.
Take a look at the daily.
Let's
Daily
see
chart looks damn good too.
what I'm looking at.
I'd like to. Well, 100 is below the 50, but the 50 tried to cross the 200 and couldn't. You want to see this 50 start to turn up. I think the 200 is where we might have a little problem on Apple. 157 maybe, with a little resistance. But I think this is a buy and hold as always. No reason to change my mind on Apple. And what was the stock set that people wanted to see? V-Ray?
We'll do one or two because it's getting late. But let's see.
V-Ray. It's
Right.
breaking out again.
Yeah,
This is it's right now it's a Momo play. Looks like it could really break out. It broke out above the old recent highs. And if it comes back down to 410, looks like 6 pennies less. Even where it closed, it looks like it could run from here. It's just got a beautiful chart. I mean, you could look back here for, well, I guess back here, 435 might be a target, at least. This looks like 5% more. You ought to be able to squeeze out 5% more on a trade, I think. What else is there?
well, I think we're sort of done. People are still talking about BViv and Dermatech. We had that whole
The
discussion.
BMTK, I can't believe it's in the $2 range.
Yeah, we could end with Dermatech.
It's
It's hard to look at. I mean, there's just when we look at that, you either need a magnifying glass.
I'll buy the company for $10. That's all. I'll buy the whole company.
I mean, you got this sputtering.
I told you I had 2 moles removed, and it's no fun.
Yeah.
Bled, they've scabbed over.
Yeah, I mean, we like the fundamentals on these guys. That it's in the right space.
I really do like the fundamentals. I just don't know what they're doing wrong. But they're doing something wrong. For one thing, you never see it on TV. Don't you see colorectal cancer, the color guard all the time?
Yes.
On TV? Why don't you
Yeah.
see this on TV?
Yeah, you're right. Bad marketing.
No marketing. My skin doctor never heard of it.
That's right.
It's terrible.
And
Derma what?
we're
Derma
talking about
who? I said the PLA, the doggone pigmented lesion assay. The who? The what?
yeah,
Oh, I think I know what that is.
yeah. In order to get their CEs, they got to read a paper every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, then they pretend they don't know because it's their bread and butter to take those things off. Baba, I don't blame you.
Yeah, well,
Every American is bailing out of every Chinese stock, and that's what's happening. It's like a waterfall. But at some point they're going to come back in. The water's going to suddenly settle down. The waterfall will stop, and it'll look like calm water to jump back in.
is that before or after the war we have over Taiwan?
I would say that there won't be a war.
Okay, good. Then it's
Better
before.
not be. All right, that's it for today. Happy trading, everyone. Ciao. See you all soon. Thanks
Yep.
for coming. Tell your friends about us. Please subscribe and share the link. Bye.
Tom's up looking for funds. He's looking for where to spend.